Hi everybody, I want to preface this video by saying this is not sponsored. I actually don't even own a Glossier product. I am just here to nerd out about how they use social media, so let's go. It's rare that I actually come across a brand on social media that truly impresses me. I have my ad block set up in a certain way to block out anything horrible from brands, just like brands that straight up suck on social media. So when a brand actually does penetrate my social feed and it's on there, it typically means that they're doing something different, interesting, or creative. You may be asking yourself, Anna, what do you even mean? What's a good brand on social media? Well, I'm glad you asked. A good brand on social media is one that is social in nature. It relies upon the audience for social feedback, and it is truly inspired by that audience. Second, it's clear what their purpose is on social media. They're not just posting to post, and they're not just on social media because they were told that they have to be. A good brand on social media typically has values and morals that are relevant to the audience that they're serving. I think transparency is also very important. And lastly, I think that they should have really good, consistent branding across everything they do. Glossier was founded in 2014, and fun fact, they were actually initially backed by a woman-led venture capital firm, Foreigner Capital, which is rare in startup world, which is really cool. Emily Weiss is the CEO, and she at the time had felt bothered by how brands were just like speaking at her with beauty products. They weren't really like, you know, relating to her. She felt that beauty shopping lacked the context of like real women and real experiences. Emily has talked about Glossier as laying the foundation for a beauty movement that celebrates real girls in real life. This is apparent in everything they do, especially their YouTube videos, which I'll be getting into in detail in this video. So first of all, their branding is amazing. I love the little icons and the pink and everything. It's all so cohesive across everything they do. They are social in nature. They are truly and sincerely listening to their audience, taking their feedback on social and letting that inform their brand and the products. Emily has talked about how there's a bunch of big beauty conglomerates out there, and they oftentimes have difficulty innovating because of their size and because of the distance to their own consumers. But Glossier depends on their user base. They actually started this Slack channel and they invited their top 100 customers to come to it and exchange messages about the products and the brand. They exchange, I think, over 1,000 messages each week, which is amazing. That's like so much good information for the brand to have from real people who use the product. They also get a ton of user-generated content, which is also known as UGC in advertising land. UGC is when a person like you takes a picture of a product, posts it on social media, and tags the brand. Glossier is really good about seeing this stuff and reposting it and like ultimately celebrating their consumer. Oh my god, I hate using the word consumer. And yet. I think Glossier truly understands that beauty shopping and beauty products are online. Like that's where we are. That's where the consumer, that's where we're looking for inspiration on Instagram and Pinterest. We're watching beauty tutorials and get ready with me videos. And they understand that. They understand that we are already looking for that stuff. So instead of trying to create like original videos on YouTube, doing like just like random stuff that they think we'd be interested in, they are just making videos in the format that we're already looking for, getting ready with me videos. They aren't ripping off this video format because it's just that, it's a format. There's no one single author of this kind of video. It's meant to be remixed and created by many people across YouTube. Now there is a difference between huge publishers and big brands ripping off very specific video ideas from smaller creators on YouTube. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about video formats. A while ago, Fine Brothers were trying to copyright reaction videos, and everyone freaked out online because reaction videos are a format. They are not anyone's own original idea. When you try to copyright something like that, you ultimately stunt creativity and growth on a platform like YouTube. Glossier makes getting ready with me videos that are low production without being shitty. Now, what do I mean by that? So oftentimes brands will go overboard with what they make for social media. They'll spend thousands of dollars on productions that basically create a TV commercial for social media, which is really weird to put on YouTube where we're so used to looking at everyday people create videos with webcams or DSLRs with natural lighting or a lamp in their house. Glossier truly understands how to create from the medium. Their models are using DSLRs and webcams to show off their normal people apartments. They're not luxurious or wealthy or feel like they're on a production set. They also maintain their brand identity throughout each of the videos. They're each simple, clean, and bright, and they often have a floral kind of theme throughout each. So within the beauty industry, a lot of brands are just now understanding that celebrity endorsements aren't really relevant to us. Those brands are now starting to work with YouTubers and beauty gurus, and you may have seen this. But Glossier is like innovating beyond that by using real people, just like real people in their videos. Now, marketers sometimes use this term called micro-influencers to refer to people on YouTube or Instagram who don't have like a massive following but have maybe like 10,000 to 100,000. And sometimes marketers will tap into those kinds of people to help promote a product to maintain authenticity instead of using somebody big who costs a lot. But Glossier isn't even doing that. They're just using real people, like their own people who work at Glossier or models that they know. This is typically so hard for brands to do, to make strangers care about other strangers online. When I say real people, I think that there's real people and then there's aspirational real people, which are real people who don't have like a huge social following, but are just like those kind of people that you look up to or you want to be, or maybe you would follow if they did have a social media following. These real people that they use in the videos have like 0 to like maybe some YouTube experience, which is great, just because I think a lot of YouTubers these days are falling into the trap of like saying the same things and actually becoming more refined as they get bigger because they think that they have to be like some sort of celebrity to be taken seriously. Which sucks, because I think one of the best things about YouTube is the real person element. I wish more people would maintain that as they got bigger. Anyway, what's great about using real people in these videos is that the real people watching can see how makeup is being applied by people who aren't trained in makeup and who aren't using fancy brushes. Glossier's models only take a few minutes to apply the product and really only use their fingers. Real people watching can be like, okay, I can see how I would actually do that, instead of feeling intimidated by complicated routines and methods prescribed by beauty gurus. And this is not a diss on beauty gurus. It's just that not everybody has the time or skill level to be able to apply makeup like that. Another great thing about Glossier is that they don't make all these videos about only their product. Real people use multiple products in their beauty routines, and that's not going to change for the majority of people. Each person in these getting ready with new videos actually shows a bunch of different products and sometimes even competitors, because that's the truth of the matter. We are using multiple products in our beauty routines, and they're not lying to us, telling us like, I only use Glossier in everything that I do. Like, no, you don't. Also, the video itself isn't just like a bunch of product shots or a bunch of shots of how the product looks on the models. They show us their morning routine, making breakfast, showering. Most brands would make the mistake of just making this heavily branded video just like all about their product. Glossier instead makes the video more about a real woman's lifestyle and how their product nicely fits into it. To reiterate that, they are fitting into this person's world. They are not dominating it. And this feels common sense, but like to so many brands, they just don't get it. So those are some of my thoughts on Glossier. I think they're really killing it, and I'm excited to see other things that they make. I think a lot about this, and I might make some more videos in this series about other brands that I think are doing a really good job on social media. Leave a comment below if you have ever bought a product recommended by a beauty guru, a YouTuber, somebody on Instagram or Pinterest. I would love to know. I know I have. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and hit like if you liked my video, and I will see you guys soon. Bye. At some point while you're scrolling online, you have probably come across a really sad branded social media post of a brand trying to capitalize on a 3-month-old meme like Harambe or Pokemon Go. I know I have.